Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Today I'm going to teach you and show you how to master your music in one simple step. So let's go ahead and open this up. So this is the song that we are gonna master today. Alright, so what you do is come to your open mixer, come to your edit output channel settings, and this is where you insert your mastering plugins. Now yesterday we talked about how to use a limiter during mastering, so today I'm gonna just turn it off. Check out the video up here. Yeah, so one simple step, what I want you to do is just use a plugin called Isotope Ozone 7. So let's go ahead and just use this. Come to Isotope Ozone 7, and then once Isotope Ozone 7 is opened up, come to presets. So come down here where it says click an arrow to load a preset. Just click on it by left clicking like that, and then come to all purpose mastering. Click on that, and then come to a preset that will work for all genres, any type of music that you are doing. Once you have come to the preset, look for a preset called Hybrid Classic Master. This is the one that is going to work for you. This is going to help you. It's already done for you. So just click on it, and then all this is going to load up. So what they have done for you is that they have put for you a dynamic EQ. They have already EQ'd for you. They've already put dynamics for you. They've already put vintage compression for you, a vintage compressor. They've already put a vintage tape for you, everything that you need for a good master. And they have already put a final plugin, which is a vintage limiter. This is why you've seen me put a limiter at the end of all my mastering plugins. Now let me start by explaining this, but before that let me bypass it, and then I will enable it so you guys can like take a listen to the difference. So now this is after. Just this alone, you can like export it, take it on radio, and it will play. You do not need to tweak things around, but of course you can still tweak things around just a little bit if you want to like achieve an extra more sound. So let me go ahead now and explain. So this is a dynamic EQ, an EQ that engages whenever your selected cut, this is cut down here, or boost, this is a boost, 3 is boosted, a boosted frequency is detected. So a dynamic EQ is an EQ that engages whenever your selected cut or boosted frequency is detected. I'm going to demonstrate this. Watch what is going to begin to happen right here. You will see that this EQ is going to be bouncing up and down like this. See, this is what it is doing. It is engaging whenever that selected frequency, that particular frequency is detected. So this is like a detecting EQ. It only works on that particular frequency. If that frequency is not there, it's gonna pull back, but whenever that unknowing frequency is detected, it's just gonna cut. So this has already been cut for you. They have already determined that this particular frequency sometimes becomes a problem during mastering, so they have already done it dynamically for you. Then they have also raised this frequency for you, 522 hertz for you, so that whenever that frequency tries to go beyond, then this dynamic EQ is just gonna cut that frequency like this. See, so it's boosted a little bit, but to a level where it's controlled. Secondly, dynamics. This one is just for dynamics purpose only, and of course they have already set everything for you. What does this do? Dynamic works more like a multi-band compressor, where you work on each band by increasing that band or decreasing that band. There are 4 bands, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me just show you this. You can like come to all bands, and then you will see 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you come here, there is 1, 2, 3, and 4. A dynamic plugin works more like a multi-band compressor. Think of it, a multi-band compressor, where you work on each band by increasing that band or decreasing that band. So let's say you want to increase the highs. You can still go to the last band, which is of course on the EQ is the high band, and you can increase that band like this. Now the parallel is used for you to blend in the dry signal and the wet signal. The wet signal is the original band signal, and then the dry signal is the one without any effects on. Let's say you want to increase the bass. You just come to band number 1, and you can like just in simplicity just raise this like this. And of course you have to set it where you feel like. If you feel like this preset is not giving you much of the low end, that bass, you can raise it up just a little bit according to the way you want it to be. But of course you have to work in the limits of the preset, because the preset is already done for you in a very professional way. So let's go ahead and just drop it down. And if you want to work on the mids, you can of course come to 2 and 3. So you can do all that. Then the next one is vintage compressor. This plugin right here, already set for you, already put for you in a very professional way. What does this do? But before you begin to work on this one, make sure you come to detection filter and then turn it on. Or when it is off, it looks a little bit faint, but when it's on, it becomes alive. Why? Because when it's like this, whenever you try to move this, it's not gonna you're not gonna get anything like this. So nothing is happening there, but when you turn it on, this is gonna happen. So you can filter the low frequency just a little bit if you want to, though it's already done for you. The good thing about this compressor, it also has, it gives you these options where you can like increase the highs, work on the low, and also the mid range. For example, this one, let's raise up the highs a little bit. It's a very beautiful compressor, of course, already done for you, already set for you. You can compress those frequencies from here by reducing the threshold just a little bit. And of course, everything is already added for you. So at this point, everything sounds very beautiful. Let me turn off vintage compressor. Let me turn it on now. So you can just increase it or reduce it a little bit according to your feel, but you have to work in the limits of this preset because it's already done for you. You don't have to do anything. It also has sharp, it has balanced, then it has smooth. Sharp cuts through. Whenever you want a master that cuts through, just come to this one. I'm gonna demonstrate. So it's some balance, and I'm gonna put it on sharp. So sharp cuts through, then balanced is a mixture of smooth and sharp. So it's like you can think of balanced as normal, like just on the middle, everything set on the middle. Yeah. And then smooth holds back some of the dynamics and makes your master not to cut through as much. It's more like whenever you're looking for a smooth master, you just come on this one. Though I like it where it has been professionally set. Balanced is very much okay. All right, so I'm gonna take it to smooth, then you take a listen to this. There is gain where you increase the gain. Let us go ahead now and come to this one, vintage tape. Vintage tape, this adds harmonics to your master by adding a little bit of saturation caused by distortion of sound or the sound. A lot of pop and professional songs, they add this, and this is exactly what they use. It just adds that vintage tape feel by adding in saturation. So you can think of this one as a saturator, saturates your sound. Let's go ahead and demonstrate this. You can saturate the lows, it has the highs, high emphasis, low emphasis, harmonics. You can like increase the harmonics. Those are excitements, so those are harmonics. Whenever you want to add top saturation to your master, this is the one that you go to. So I have just exaggerated it by raising the harmonics, but of course you can feel that there is that harmonic feel to the sound. What a beautiful preset. Then the last one is vintage limiter. What this does is that it limits certain frequencies from going through. I'm going to demonstrate this. It has ceiling. All right. It has ceiling. Ceiling sets where the final output volume or signal must end. If you want it to be in green, for example, let me just pull this up. So ceiling sets where the final output, this is like your final output, this. So ceiling, this ceiling sets where the final output volume or signal must end. For example, if you want it to end here, if you want it to end only in green, just reduce this. So you see what the ceiling does? It sets where the final output volume or signal must end. If you want it to be in green or yellow or red, you can set the ceiling in that way. So let's say you want it to be only in green, like I want my master, once my master is out, I want it to be only in green. I don't want it to touch red or yellow. This is the work of the ceiling. You seal it, you set it where you want it to be, the final output, like this. So let's say you just want your master sound to just be there. You can just set the ceiling there. And let's say you like say, no, I want my master to like touch the yellow or the red. I want it to be more loud. Of course, you can like set the ceiling there. And in this way, it's like on negative 0.2. That's the work of the ceiling. Then the work of the threshold is where limiting starts from. You will see it going down when I drop the threshold down. So you can see this red, that's where limiting starts from. But in this case, we're just gonna set it on medium like this. And of course, we can like reduce the ceiling and set it so it can be like in yellow, green, yellow. So this is like your final output, how loud you want it to be. So that's the work of this vintage limiter. There is analog, there is tube, and there is modern. Analog is for a tighter limiting. Let's say you want your limiting to be tighter, you can just come here. And your limiting is just gonna be tight, the bass is gonna be tight. Then there is tube. Tube is for a smoother master. If you want your master to be a little bit smoother. And then modern is for modern sounds that come with clarity and presence. If you want your sound, your master to have more clarity. So finally, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 5 plugins is what you need for you to like have a good master. You don't need too much. This is all you need to like have that sound that you're looking for. And of course, just come to hybrid classic master if you don't know what to do, and set it there. And after that, just come to output to export and audio mix down, and just mix down everything. Then from there, put it on a CD or send it to any radio station, and it's gonna play. I hope this video has helped you, and if this video has helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.